The environment in which we compete is changing rapidly. Bayer recognises this and is wholly committed to building the skills and expertise that reflect the realities of the markets, customers and patients we serve. Specifically, Bayer's ability to serve our customers while building competitive and financial strength will further rely on the established product portfolio. In order to increase value all along the chain, we need to evolve our skills, and to do this we're launching our EP Academy. This third chapter will focus on how we build our portfolio and channel strategy. This chapter will enable you to proactively manage your brands, identify portfolio opportunities and synergies, optimize resource allocation, make decisions, and define your portfolio and channel strategy in a coherent way. Do you know which are the most attractive market segments in your country? Which are the most important channels for your EP brands? Which of the EP brands have the strongest position in your local market? What are your portfolio and channel priorities? How can you optimize your resource allocation? The Portfolio Strategy e-learning module will help you answer all of these questions. Our Portfolio and Channel Strategy e-learning chapter will help you make the most of your portfolio. It consists of 3 chapters. 1. Portfolio Assessment. 2. Channel Assessment. 3. Portfolio Optimization. Each module will take about 20 to 25 minutes and will include an overview, key steps, Excel tools, examples and resources. Each module is a self-standing part of the complete set. Let's take a quick look at each module in a bit more detail. Portfolio Assessment is where we assess the attractiveness of the market segments we operate in and the strength of our EP brands. There are 3 main steps. First, we evaluate market segment attractiveness based on size, growth, and the competitive landscape. Second, we measure relative brand strength based on market share, growth, and profitability of our individual EP brands. And finally, we build the portfolio matrix, where we map each of our EP brands based on the outputs from market diagnostics and brand dynamics. We have developed an Excel tool to help you score and rank the relative attractiveness of the market segments and the relative strength of our EP brands. You'll be able to download this tool and input your own market data. The output will create a bubble chart, plotting each EP brand according to market segment attractiveness and brand strength. We can then use this bubble chart to build the portfolio matrix. This is where we segment our brands into 4 quadrants: opportunistic, focus, maintain, and harvest. We can then evaluate the different strategic options available, depending on the quadrant. We can then use the portfolio matrix to help us make decisions on the future strategic direction for our brands. The second module is Channel Assessment. This is where we identify the most important channels for each of the market segments and our EP brands. This is based on both the channel size as well as the influence that a channel has on purchasing decisions. A downloadable Excel tool will guide you through the channel assessment, with the results being captured in a channel map, which provides an overview of the channel landscape and the relative importance of the different channels for your portfolio. In the final module, Portfolio Optimization, we combine the outputs of both portfolio assessment and channel assessment in order to help us decide our priorities, optimize our resources, and define our portfolio and channel strategy in a coherent way. First, we identify opportunities and strategic directions across different portfolio clusters, which will help us to maximize the value of our portfolio. Based on the portfolio matrix, portfolio opportunities, strategic directions, and the channel map, we then analyze and decide on A. Which channels to focus on. B. How to prioritize our promotional efforts. C. How to leverage portfolio synergies across selected channels. Once we know the strategic direction and promotional needs of our brands, we can finally decide on how to optimize our resource allocation. Things to consider are: is our resource allocation aligned to our portfolio matrix quadrants? Are we allocating the majority of our investment to the focus brands? How did each of the brands respond to previous investment? Are there any synergies between brands we can leverage to optimize our investment? Lastly, the module will show us how to define our portfolio and channel strategy in a coherent way. We recommend that you go through each of the modules in sequence and download the accompanying Excel tools to help you define the most attractive market segments for our brands, identify opportunities, and develop optimal plans to maximize the returns on our EP portfolio. By focusing on endurance, performance, and value, the EP unit is committed to creating a best-in-class custom organization that maximizes value for patients, customers, and Bayer across regions and markets. We look forward to working with you. If you have any questions or comments, please do not hesitate to reach out to the team at the email address shown on the screen. Thank you.